My name is Jacqueline Mazika, and I'm here to explain to you my theory on management, management by inspiration. Management and leadership have been described as the same, yet different, role in an organization. In the research for this project and for others in this class, we have learned about different management types. Everything from tell your employees exactly what to do, to understand your employees and working with their personalities. All of this has strengthened my belief that management isn't about telling people what to do and making sure they do it. Management is about teamwork, cooperation, and inspiring the group to make things happen. Let's look at the two basic definitions of leadership and management. Leadership is both a research area and a practical skill encompassing the ability of individual, group, or organization to lead, influence, or guide other individuals, teams, or entire organizations. Management is the process of dealing with and or controlling things or people. My first example of how inspiring your team brings about a much stronger impact on the organization, I would like to bring your attention to the company Mary Kay Incorporated. This company was started in 1963 by a widowed woman with a truck full of knowledge on how not to treat an employee if you want to keep them. This is what she based her company's values on. She ran her company with what is referred to as emotional leadership. Ms. Ash realized that emotions were fundamental to the success of the leader and that leaders influence the emotional mindset of every individual within the organization. Emotions are actually contagious, and if the manager is always in a foul mood, that is the environment he is setting for the office. This creates a negative environment, one that does not encourage teamwork or high morale. But if the manager is positive, they are seen as more approachable and encouraging. This creates an atmosphere of inspiration and belonging. People are more likely to do great work for a manager and environment which is positive just because they don't want to disappoint others. Another factor that Ms. Ash formed her business around was that it is based on values. This gives Mary Kay Incorporated a very strong foundation, as these are sincere values that are felt and shown throughout the company. In the face of change, which can cause uncertainty in an organization and cause good employees to question if they should jump ship, having a strong foundation which all decisions are based on gives the employees a stable setting and calms the anxiety of most. One of the values of this company is God first, family second, career third. This is honestly true, and even though Mary Kay was a strong Baptist, she never forced her religion on others. She let them choose their God, but they knew who her God was. She was once accused of using God as a stepping stone for her business. She replied, "No, you have that backwards. I truly believe God is working through me to help enrich the lives of women and their families." Ms. Ash also held family in the highest value of anything on earth, which is why she considered her employees part of her family. She valued them all and never treated them less than, no matter what level they were. Again, she was questioned about her God first pyramid. She pointed out that it was not so much a pyramid as a circle or fluid. If you are walking into church and Grandma falls down, and she falls down the steps, you don't leave her there saying, "Sorry, God comes first." Probably the best known value of Mary Kay Incorporated is the Golden Rule. Simply stated, the Golden Rule is to do unto others as you would have done unto you. Ms. Ash learned the hard way how employees could be taken advantage of as she was. Her knowledge and skills made her one of the best salespeople at Stanley Home Products. She was made a trainer of the new employees because of her knowledge. These young men were then promoted above her and paid more than her. She felt this was a slap in the face. She never forgot the feeling and wanted to make sure she never did something as negative to another person. Thus, she reminds everyone to remember how it felt when you were in that place or situation. She wanted her employees to have empathy. We're back to the emotional leadership. But truly, when you care about how another person will handle your reaction to a situation, the other person sees that you value them and you are creating a bond, whether it be in business, family, or just everyday life. Another good way to help keep employees or people in general feeling valued is to imagine that they all have a sign around their neck that says, "Make me feel important." This shows you value them yet again. There are 3 ways you can make an employee feel important, and they are by 1, listening to what they say. Truly listen. Not all situations actually need you, the manager, to speak. An employee may just need to have his concerns heard. And if you encourage and truly listen, they will come up with the answer themselves 9 times out of 10. But the positive feelings and high morale you create with this simple act cannot be bought in any store. The second thing that every manager needs to do is acknowledge all correspondence. How many of us have a full inbox right now in our email, whether it be from a coworker, a friend, students, or a family member? Even if you do not have time to totally handle the situation in the message, a quick "Thank you for your information. I will review this and get back to you as soon as I can," will make all the difference in the world. By not responding, you are sending the message to the sender that they are not important and that whatever is sent in the email is of no value to them. Eventually, the person will get the hint that their opinion or input is not needed, and you will not receive it any longer. And in fact, the employee will most likely be looking for a job where they can make a difference and not just make a paycheck. Another person of reference on my theory of management by inspiration is John Kotter. Mr. Kotter talks about including the employees and making them part of the team, building on strong foundation of values and rewarding those who help, and by leading by example. This is another way of saying to have empathy. You need to work, talk, and engage as you want the others to work, talk, and engage. You cannot tell people to do as I say, not as I do. That doesn't work in the real world. Mr. Kotter also stressed that the values need to run deep in the company and in every aspect of the organization. If you say you value your employees like family, then act that way. If an employee doesn't fit the position they have in your organization, you set them up for success. Is it more training they need? Is it just not a good fit? Can they be moved to a different department or position and work out better? Or is that the employee and the values of the company do not mesh well? If this is the case, you just don't kick them out the door. Would you kick Grandma out of the house just because she didn't believe televisions are an essential part of life? If you did, you know that that person who was kicked out would tell every single person they see that your organization uses their values as lip service, and that you are phony and should not be patronized. Ouch! That could really hurt your company. But what if instead you give the person resources to help them find a new job? or maybe even a recommendation for a different job. This person may not believe in your values, but they have nothing bad to spread to the world. As Miss Ashe has often said to her employees, even the truck drivers, remember, you may be the only face of Mary Kay that somebody knows. You represent what we stand for and are our example to the world. Now, you might be thinking that I am foolish for basing my management theory on a company that sells lipstick and a retired professor. What is your feeling on Warren Buffett? It is hard to argue with a man who took a failing company and turned it into a golden egg. What are some of his secrets? Leaders are encouraged to motivate and reward employees, even if it's just through compliments. Motivating employees causes their morale to rise, which in turn helps the company overall. Employees with high morale are happier, meaning they will be more productive. Sounds quite familiar, doesn't it? In the end, the world is full of opportunity. Gone are the days of employees being stuck in jobs they hate. If they want out, there's plenty of places to go. There are resources out there to train people in sellable skills for free. There is public transportation for those with no personal cars. The ability to work at home has become the norm in the past year and is envisioned to only become more commonplace than before. So if we are going to work 8-ish hours a day or for 5-ish hours a week, why would we stay where we are treated like robots or just numbers? We may stay long enough to earn enough money to move to the next opportunity, but we will not be loyal to that organization. People have evolved not just in technology base, but in value of life, and the things that are important to us as humans. If we are going to follow a leader, we're going to make sure it is a leader we will follow no matter what their job title or their monetary value is. We want to be inspired to do good and be valued by our leader. We want to be part of a team and a larger picture. We want a leader or manager who can help this happen, and we won't settle for less. Valuable employees hold all the cards, and if you want your organization to have these type of employees, you need to be the type of company that has managers that know how to lead and inspire. Thank you for your attention. I've included here my references for my research on this topic. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.